One Piece chapter 990 has just been released, guys. Army of One. Again, another hype chapter. A chapter that I was really excited to read. And a chapter that basically everyone around the fandom knows was a 10 out of 10. We start the cover page with Chiffon and Lola finally taking in Pound as their dad, which is surprisingly. And basically this cover page could be essentially important because this could play a big role in the Wano arc. We might see them come back. First, we start off with Sasaki finally being freed because of Big Mom's attack, basically cutting down a tree, which was basically revealed to be a sacred tree of some sorts. Next panel, we get Kaido. Again, I love these panels showing off Kaido's dragon form just in the midst of the battle. The Minks are also shown. A whole entire Mink tribe fighting against Kaido and his army. Is probably one of the probably one of the best parts of the chapter, and I hope the anime does a great job animating this scene. And basically, guys, we get a scene of Jack versus all the Minks. And again, another huge thing that I see is that Jack is finally, like, he seems to be taking a lot of damage, guys. He seems to be taking damage from all the Minks as well as Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, but he also seems to be panting and breathing heavily. Again, it's always surprising to see Jack at least this way, because remember, guys, he fought against Nekomamushi and Inuarashi for 5 days or so, and they had turns, and he didn't really seem to have a lot of damage at all. We also get the scene where Kiyomon also tries to attack Jack, but basically Inuarashi and Nekomamushi says this one's ours. Again, they're taking revenge on Jack for basically cutting off Nekomamushi's arm and cutting off Inuarashi's leg. And this is just going to be a really good scene, and I really hope they do put more emphasis on the Minks, because the Minks are basically, in my opinion, one of the stronger races in One Piece with the Fishmen and the Giants. So it would be really cool to see what the Minks have in store for us in the next few chapters and at the end of the arc. Again, another scene is that we got the Tobiropo basically being called up by King, and we see that Hawkins basically explains to Drake that the chances of a certain man surviving until tomorrow is 1%. Again, I'm not going to go into speculation because yet we don't know why, and you guys see that at the end of the chapter we get some big revelations. But a big theory is that it could be Law. Again, I don't think Law could be the one, but there is certain aspects to the story that would make sense for Law to be the one surviving. But could that certain man be Orochi? Could it be Kaido? We don't know how long this war is going to take by. Again, these wars essentially don't take that long, but we'll see at the end of the arc. Another big revelation, well, at least, is that who wants to kill Queen, and that he wants Drake to come with him. But at the end, this was just a facade, and it was a facade for Drake to come with Who's Who for him to get ambushed. Again, guys, big reveal this chapter is that Drake, of course, everyone knew this before, he is a sword member, and they finally find out that he is at least working for an organization, but they don't know exactly who it is. Again, Drake has no option but to team up with Luffy, and him and Drake are finally allying. Again, I love this scene at the end of the chapter because we see basically Kobe telling Drake, trust me, Luffy's amazing, and even Drake says if there's any hope left, then he has to ally with Luffy. And again, we get the scene where Luffy hits the Kong gun and he hits the Excalibur, again showing just the strength of the supernova. And again, the supernova gonna play an essential role in this arc. We have a supernova just like Law, we got Drake, we got Hawkins, we got Scratchman of Pooh, we got Killer, we got Zoro, we got Luffy, we got a whole ton of supernovas. And this arc will basically show us that the supernovas are the ones that would take reign of the pirate era, and that one of them would become Pirate King. Again, it's basically Oda's way of saying the supernovas are up next. We also get a scene where basically Zoro cuts in half this number's weapon, and I love it because even like Luffy says that thing's a monster. But again, in the translation, Luffy calls Zoro a monster, but in the official they change that, and Luffy says that thing's a monster. Again, I just want to say something. Essentially, I don't want anyone to contradict me or to think I'm not a Sanji fan, but it seems like Oda is pushing Zoro and Jinbei by showing us both of them basically showing off. So again, is Oda basically trying to imply that Zoro and Jinbei are the new strongest members with these panels? I don't know, but we'll see. And then we also get a scene where Luffy basically says that things are different now, and that thing like Oars that we once teamed up against, we barely beat them, one of them before, but that was a long time ago. And we see Luffy basically just go at it and hits him with the Kon gun. I mean, another weird thing is that Higuro basically says, there it is again, why he looks just like a guardian deity. And could Luffy's form have another meaning to, or basically have a meaning towards something else that Wano is like believes with, or something like that? Again, him mentioning that is not something we should really ignore. It could play a big part in the story. And this chapter was amazing. I mean, it's been a while since I made a video, but I knew I had to make a video for chapter 990 because this chapter was probably one of the most essentially a setup chapter for what's gonna happen in the next 10 chapters. We're 10 chapters away from chapter 1000, and I can't wait, guys. We have a break, but I am gonna try to make more videos. I've been slacking due to time reasons, and for those of you who actually supported me throughout this thing and haven't been uploading, thank you so much. I have a Black Clover video uploading as well. So see you guys. I'm out. Peace.